So we're here with Gadi. He's one of the students in the Inner Circle Real Estate Coaching Program. And then, yeah, I just want to kind of ask a few questions here. First one is going to be like, what type of challenges were you facing, Gadi, in the beginning? And what were like some of the biggest roadblocks that you faced?
In the beginning, it was just a lot of a lot of doubts from hearing different things. Like one of the things I heard was you can't really buy a property without 2 years of like 2 years at a job. So that was really playing with my head, and then it took me like a little bit to get over that. And then um, I just realized there's other ways, and you told me that there's other ways. So just trying to go with that.
Okay, yeah. So in the beginning, it was kind of like, you're hearing info from all these different places, but
Yeah,
no one really gave you like, hey, this is Gadi's situation. What can you do specifically and more personalized to you, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, sweet. And then, yeah, next question here really is what exactly did you like about the program and like the strategies that we're teaching?
Um, I like a lot of things. Like for example, um like I like that we could go to a house all together and then see the house. So that's really helpful, and that's motivational too. So like every time we go see a house or something, it's just like you could see into the future, kind of be like, okay, I could really do this. I could keep this going. I could, yeah. So it kind of helps. And then other stuff is a lot of the questions I have beforehand, you usually answer them like while you're doing the teaching. So kind of like I don't have to ask it anymore. So I like that part. So it's like you read my mind for some of the questions. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Sweet, nice, man. So it's really like the infield training is where you get a lot of the value from where, hey, like we actually get to see places, even with the other coaches, connect with the other teachers and other students. Like you get to see like, hey, this is real, right? It's not just you're learning from a screen. And then also with the online teaching, it's like, hey, you get to like I'll answer the questions that you're already thinking about, right? That just
Yeah,
helps with, like you actually feel listened to. It's like, hey, like I'm actually here to help you out, basically.
yeah, that's true.
Awesome, man. Third question here is, was there a moment like during the program while you're learning where you're like, hey, this is actually going to work for me?
Uh, it was uh it was when I started the program. So I kind of started with like another person, and like there was a couple people, but one person is in particular. He, I think I started 2 weeks after him or something like that, and seeing him close a deal kind of like gave me motivation, and I was just like, I was happy for him, and I was just like that moment it hit me. I was like we started together. I could like close a deal sooner, like I could keep going. So just like it teaches you not to like give up, because there's times when you're like, oh no, I don't know, but you just
Right.
gotta, yeah. So I like that part.
Okay, yeah. So it's really like, hey, like you're learning with other people, and
Yeah,
now like you get to see off their wins and kind of realize like, hey, like if they can do it, you can do it too. And then
yeah,
it's just really figuring out like how to do that, and also like we're all working as a team, right? Like we all want each other to win, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man. And then, yeah, what are you kind of most proud of after taking this program?
What I'm most proud of is just like I like that I was able to like save all the videos, so like I could show my kids, or like I could show my
Nice.
brothers, or like yeah, anyone in my family who really wants to like learn. And like sometimes my brother's like studying, and then he just hears like what's going on. So I appreciate that he could like get some information out of it too. So that's probably like what I'm most proud of. Yeah.
Cool. So it's kind of like, hey, you're moving towards becoming like a role model. Like your family gets to see, hey, you're learning these things that you don't necessarily learn in school. And it's like you
Yeah.
can always pass that down. Like money's nice, of course, but really that knowledge piece that you can pass down generation after generation. And like you don't have a family yet, but you're already passing it down to like your brother, right?
Yeah, I know that's true. Yeah. That's the one
Yeah.
thing I'm proud of. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. And then last question here is like if someone's on the fence of joining the real estate coaching program, like what would you say to them to kind of help them jump in?
Uh, hmm, I'd probably say like if you like don't hold back. Like if there's things holding you back, like things listening to things, your people are saying things, just like do what you want to do. Like just there's always doubts. Like for example, like my parents, for example, like my dad or something, like they don't see like the full picture of like everything, and they just think, oh no, don't like go to university, do this and this, get a degree, and then once you get your degree, at least it's there. But it's just like, if I get the degree and I don't use it and I don't do what I want to do, then there's no point of that. So I'd say just like, if you want to do it, just do it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let anyone else like hold you back, and just do what you want to do. That's mostly it.
Cool. No, I love that. Really, it's like, of course we're gonna have doubts, right? That's with any starting anything new, and then really like letting people know, like if there's even a little bit of confidence where it's like, hey, like you can probably do this, like you're thinking in yourself, like, oh, I could get into real estate. Um, just like jump in and learn, right? I mean, you see this in our group, and I try to really pour this into the other students as well. It's like, hey, like we're here to help you eliminate those doubts, because that is just something we deal with forever as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. And something I really love that you mentioned was like, hey, you can pass this knowledge down, right? Like, it's hard to pass down a degree. Yeah, you can kind of motivate someone to be like I'm in education. I'm always going to teach my students or even my future kids, like, hey, education is important.
Yeah.
But I can't necessarily give them those teaching skills, right? It takes a little bit more time. Whereas the real estate, like if they're around me, if they're open to learning, like I could always pass that down.
Yeah.
And then it's really like, hey, like there's always going to be people that doubt us, right? Even ourselves. And then it's being able to learn and go past that, right? Because that's really where you get to the next level. I mean, even talking to you compared to when we first got you into the program, you're like full of doubts, like, I don't know if I can do this. And I can even
Yeah.
see how you speak, you're a lot more confident, right?
Yeah.
And I always say like real estate's and entrepreneurship's one of those like personal development journeys with like money tied on the very end, right? So money's the cherry on top, but it's really who you become during the journey.
Yeah. No, that's a big thing. I can't lie. Just just these past months, it hasn't even been a year yet, but it's just like I'm growing as a person. Like even though I haven't closed the deal yet, I'm just like I'm growing as a person. Every day the things I choose to do is just like it helps. It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's one thing.
totally.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you for the kind words, Gedi. And then, yeah, if anyone is interested in joining the program or even just applying, right? See if you can do this, see if I can answer some questions. Make sure you book a free strategy session. Always free. If you want to join in, awesome. If you don't, hey, at least I can help you get into the first few steps. So again, thanks again, Gedi. And then, yeah, we're moving towards closing that first deal. So pretty excited for that.
Yeah, no problem. And I wanted to add one thing, like
Yeah,
just
go
a
ahead.
suggestion, or like if you can just talk more about any roadblocks or any like things that you had trouble with, let's say from the beginning, or like even in the middle, or like, and you're still going, you're still continuing your career, but just any roadblocks that you had to go through, either with the bank or just anything. So that would really help. And then
Yeah,
yeah.
nice. Sweet. So that's kind of suggestions for like my own like our session, like let's say our session today, like start sharing more of the roadblocks that I dealt with. Kind of give you
Yeah.
guys like a sneak peek of
Yeah.
those roadblocks don't end, right? You just get
No.
better.
Yeah.
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 Awesome. Cool. No, awesome. I love that. Take that as my notes. Sweet. Hey, thanks, Getty. That was
No
great.
problem. No problem.